Alrighty, so here's the 75 gallon. I'm going to pull the tetras and everything out of. I'm going to redo this tank. So, see, I got one other piece of the Sirius stone in there, just seeing what it looks like. But, got to get the rummy nose and the cardinal tetras out of here, bristle nose out of here. Popper is in here someplace. Got tank. I'm going to put him down with the guppies and stuff downstairs so you can clear some of the snails out of there, anyways. Um, so, yeah, and then I can trim all this stuff down, take it all out, and then I think I'm going to tear this out completely and redo the whole thing. So I'll get back to you after a bit. Alrighty, well, we got the 75 all cleaned out and ready to go. This is actually the back side of it. I got it turned around. I'm going to paint the back. I'll probably just go black, I think, on it. But I was thinking of maybe trying to do something a little fancier, but I don't have the time. So I think I'm just gonna go with black and keep it simple. Maybe I'll try some stuff on some 10 gallons or something and see if I can come up with something different for some of the other stuff. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna have to run up and get some paint. I thought I had some, but I'll go get some paint and stuff and get this painted and spun around, and then we'll start working on the inside. So hang tight, and we'll be back. When you got a sec, go click like and subscribe, and if you can, share this video with other people, and so we can get word out there. And we'll be back in a little bit and see how things are going. Alrighty, so this is kind of the layout, the rock, and put the Sirius stone around there. It's just sand on the bottom. There's a little bit of gravel up by the rock, up close, just to take up some of the height. Behind the rock is a few inches, probably maybe 3-4 inches of gravel. Maybe we can see on the side here. Not real well, but quite a bit of gravel there. And then some aqua soil gravel mix, probably an inch, half inch of that or so. And then I've got the white sand on top. That started to float when I first put it in there. That's why that big rock is sitting up there. But so right now I'm going to drain it down a little bit and gather up some plants from downstairs, and then come back and start planting. So hang tight. Be back shortly. Alright, so I'm getting it drained down here. That's probably almost good enough now, actually. Shut that off. My air stones are still going, but got a mix of plants here. A couple of nubias, a bunch of stems, some red crypts, and some Java moss. Plan's going to be put some of the moss on the driftwood, and I'm going to put some of the red crypts right around close to it. And I'm going to put some of the stems kind of around the filter here and here, and a little bit, couple right along the back, just to get some height and stuff in the back there. But so let me get that air hose and stuff out of the way and get the camera set up here, and maybe I'll tape while I'm doing that real quick. Got my cyano acrylate super glue. Fish and aquarium safe once it dries. Put the Java moss on that stump thing there with that. The Nubius, I'm not sure. I might try to stick some of that onto that too, or maybe just, they're on the rocks, so I can drop them down in the front. Unfortunately, the rocks don't match what's there, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I kind of got started into it without the camera on. I dropped the Anubias pieces down in the bottom there, and then I stuck the Java moss to that driftwood a little bit there. Let me see if I can clean that off a little. So right now I'm just going to go in and throw the crypts down in there and get the stems in here so I can start getting some water back in here, so that moss doesn't dry out too much before I get to it. I can splash it a little bit while I'm in here anyways, just to keep it wet. If I need to, I can just keep it splashed. That is glued down now. So anyways, I got some crypts here. Oh, another piece of Java moss. Let's stick that down in a minute. A few bigger ones here. I gotta grab my tweezers here. See if I can get some of these planted down in the front here. There we go, maybe there. Oh, maybe not. This driftwood has a big piece of slate underneath it, so it's kind of a big squared area that I can't really get to. I'm going to put this rock back up in here to hope, make sure that stays down for a couple more days, I think. Another big chunk here. I think I'm going to break this one up just a little bit here. Split it in about half. Like that. That gives me a couple there, and I can put this one over here maybe. Where's the edge of that? Right there, okay. Get that stuff down in there good. Yeah, she's gonna get a little messy here, I think. Getting down into the aqua soil. I may cap with a little bit of sand again when I'm all done. Not quite sure yet, but in all likelihood I probably will after a few days after it settles. See how it looks, and then put some more sand in there. Sorry, this isn't the most exciting part of all this, but kind of a bigger, taller one here. I'm going to see if I can get it stuffed down behind it here a little. This other big one, move over. Don't mind some of the noises you hear. I've got my dogs are here, and my French bulldog is over here trying to chew on rocks. She's been having a field day, going around carrying these rocks around. So I don't know if she's missing some minerals or what. But anyways, split that one up. That's just a dead leaf. Yeah, I don't really want a lot of them around in here. I'd rather have a couple bigger clumps of them and just let them spread like that anyways. So that being said, get a couple of these in here. This other one, bigger clump here. I just kind of tie the roots back a little bit, or not tie them back, but just kind of wad them up and then bury them. Seems to work okay for me anyways. And I can tend to get them down in there a little bit deeper. Then I know they're anchored down good. One more small one in here, I think. All right. Now I think I may Go get my water set up so I can start filling this up a little bit again. Then I can start putting the stem plants in. So let me get my water going here, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, so she's getting filled up here. I got quite a few stems I'm going to be putting in, so I'll probably start putting those in, and I'll probably fast forward the video if I can figure out how to do that in the middle of the video. But that's good enough for the water for now. Let me just leave this sitting over here. Finish this. Probably just leave some right in here. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll just take it off that. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to start stuffing these stems in here, and then we'll come back and take a look. May have to let the whole thing settle a little bit, but I got a bunch of stems here, so I'm not sure how many I'm going to put in. But we'll get started and we'll see what happens. Putting them in bigger clumps like this might not be so bad, so it might not take too long. These will grow out pretty good. These are the bunch of the stuff that was in here before. They were 1.5 feet long or so, so I actually took them and broke them into 3 sections. The root section, the middle section, and the top sections. And then I kind of tried to blend them together a little bit as I separated them. I'd take some of the root sections, some of the middle sections, some of the top sections, and make a little clump. And then I'd do that again and again and again, and I ended up with 6 or 8 clumps. Put them all together, and I mean, I got, and this is only parts of it. I still got a bunch of it downstairs still too. Started coming in pretty good, all things considered. For that was stuff I had put in here before just for that intention to grow it out and let it continue. And I trim it, stick it back in, and trim it, stick it back in, and just kept doing that. Ended up with quite a bit, so I got more than enough here now to be able to plant and make some nice little clumps, clusters, and then I'll do the same thing with these. They'll grow in and grow up, and I'll cut them and stick them back in. So I'm leaving a little bit of gap between them to start with, so it won't look quite as full. You can see, like these ones, straight across the top cut, but that's the root ends. So I'm taking some of those and trying to mix them with some of these. Now I see I don't have as many of the nice tall ones that I wanted, but because the tops get kind of a yellowish pink tint to them closer they get to the light, so those are kind of nice to have a little difference there. I did end up having to pull the sponge filter forward a little bit. Had to move this rock up here. just so I had a little more room around the backside. I wasn't sure if there was enough room for fish to get in and move around real easy in there, so behind it. And I'm still not sure what I'm putting in here yet. The wife wants me to put the goldfish back in here, but that's a lot of tank for a few number of fish. I would rather have a bunch of schooling fish and stuff in here, but we'll see what happens. Give it a little time, you'll see who won that decision. I shouldn't say won that decision, but what we decided on. The tanks are more or less my thing. She's not really that into it, so. But we'll see. I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning and skimming to do on this tank when I get done here, but it should be alright, I think. Get a few of them down the back side there. Got my last little cluster here. Try to see if I can kind of split this up while it's still in here, floating. And these seem to be a lot of the nice colored top sections here. Thought I left some downstairs. Maybe I did bring them all with me. Some of these look like they had some algae and stuff on it, but that's the other thing. If I put goldfish in here, I probably won't have shrimp. I would like to have some shrimp in here, but not going to be enough cover to start with to put them in. And if all goes well, I'm hoping the front doesn't get too overgrown like it has in the past. Can't see where it got stuff and where it don't. Here we go. And a little bit out of control. I want to kind of keep the front open a little bit more if I can, just for better visibility of the fish and everything. So, all right, I got one more little clump here. I think we'll maybe take a look. Thinking I need some taller stuff there or over here, but I don't really have much taller stuff. Let's see if I can get this in behind here. Just enough. Some of these other trimmings and clippings and stuff that are floating around in here. Picked up. My driveway alarm. Probably a squirrel or something running around out there. Little piece
piece of Java moss that didn't get glued down, found it after. I'm gonna see if I can get it just stick in here someplace. There we go. Alright. Ooh, nice little big one. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to fill this up some more and then skim the top and let the turn the pumps and stuff back on, and we'll let it clear up a little bit. Then we'll come back and take a look at it a little bit later. So be right back. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it. She's all put together. She's been sitting running for a little while. Still a little cloudy, but it'll work out alright. Nubius there, there. Stems are all around the back. Got the red crypts up here on the driftwood. Some of the Java moss on the driftwood. So, yeah, we'll see what I'm going to figure out what I'm going to put in there, and we'll take it from there. But thanks for watching the video. Click like and subscribe and share, please. And we'll see you next time. This is Tom with T's Fish Tanks. See you later.